Good evening. You're watching TV. I'm Charles Ladd. It's now 10 o'clock. It's time for the 8 o'clock news. First, the headlines. Kingston cat stabbed to death. Cannot dead die. Sliced bread toasted. And American farm workers sent home. Now for the main body of the news. A Kingston cat was stabbed to death early this morning during a dispute with a bunch of rats. The dead cat has been identified as 24-year-old Emmanuel Kitten of a Rotterdam Lane address off Mouse Street. Reports reaching the newsroom are that Emmanuel Kitten was walking along Rotterdam Lane early this morning when he was attacked by a bunch of rats who demanded cheese. Emmanuel Kitten refused and was stabbed several times in the abdomen. He was taken to the Kingston Post Hospital where he was pronounced stiff, torn dead. Sources say it's the first time in history that a puss has lost all 9 lives at one time. Speculations are that he must have been stabbed 9 times. The Cat Squad police are investigating. And in another matter, one man known only as Kenneth Dead was shot and killed by the police after he allegedly pulled his service finger at the police and said, "Pow." The police report that the police were patrolling along Destrom Street in Kingston City early this morning when they were fired upon by a man who pulled his service finger from his hand and said, "Pow." The police returned the fire, killing him dead on the spot. 1 live finger and 5 spent nails have been taken from the body. An eyewitness to the scene, Mrs. Ivy Brown Sugar, who cannot be named for legal reasons, is now hiding in a secret location, 118 Dunton Drive in the Kingston 12 area. And in a totally unrelated matter, well-known criminal and police slayer Kevin Baker, otherwise known as Sliced Bread, was shot and killed by the police early this morning. One policeman was quoted as saying, "Now sliced bread is toasted, both sides." And cornbread, otherwise known as condensed milk, was stopped and searched by the police this morning. When asked where he was going so early, he was quoted as saying, "May I go sweeten some tea, sir?" The police did not find him funny, and he was whipped like cream. Now for some international news. A group of Jamaican farmers who went to the United States and found working have been sent home for refusing to work. It has been reported that the foreman for the farm has asked the Jamaican workers to count a herd of cows for their annual stock taking. The Jamaicans refused by saying, "We come here to drink milk, we don't come here to count no rascal." They have all been sent home. The Ministry of Agriculture are investigating. And some news are in. Breaking news. A school of fishes has been reported drowned when their classroom was flooded this afternoon. High seas and heavy rains have been blamed for the disaster. Their school tutor, Mr. Sharp, was the only one who manages to escape and raise the alarm. The Ministry of Education, Mr. Wales, says it's a strategy. And now to sports. Former heavyweight boxer Mike Bison has regained his title last night after he boxed down 4 horses, 2 cows, and kicked down a dog. But he soon encountered some stern resistance from an elephant. Anyway, he soon overcome that by biting the elephant's ears. The elephant was heard screaming and shouting and saying, "I will never forget you. I will never forget you." And now for the weather. It's going to rain. Sunset, you will see when it's set. Sunrise, if you don't see it, you're dead. That's the news for this evening. I'm Charles Wyatt. Next news time, next news time. Goodbye.